Today is 15th of October 2024, and this will be our fourth video on completing the squares. So we've been looking at completing the squares and manipulating it. So I said to you, at times, if you don't learn how to manipulate it, there you might not be, and you want to prove something, you might not be able to go any further. Okay, like difference of two squares. Okay, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Okay, recap. Watch last video for recap. Completing the squares and manipulations, and we are doing more of that. Okay, I might do a couple more videos and solve some questions, and then we'll leave the rest and solve them when we are doing more questions. Starter. I just wanted to start the question, do the starter to expand x minus 2 all squared and use that to complete the squares. Okay, and then we'll go on from there. So the recap to our starter today, which is also a recap, is x minus 2 all squared, which will give you x minus 2, x minus 2. So now, if you expand x minus 2, by now you should know how to do that. So x multiplying everything in the bracket minus 2 multiplying everything in the bracket, you are going to get x minus 2 all squared equals x squared minus 2x minus 2x plus 4. So x minus 2 all squared will be x squared minus 4x plus 4. Now, to complete the squares, okay, you are not completing the square with the coefficient of 4 or the x squared. You are using the constant term that appears on the quadratic equation. So we want to get rid of the 4, the plus 4 here. So what can we do to get rid of that? We subtract 4 on both sides. So we get x minus 2 all squared minus 4 is x squared minus 4x. So we've completed the square. This, if you flip it the other way around, x squared minus 4x equals x minus 2 all squared minus 4 is the same. Okay, now I've always said it. So to complete the squares, x squared minus 4x, so you have x minus 2 all squared minus 4, or 4x minus 4x from this 2 by doubling this minus 2, which will give you the coefficient of 4x, and then you subtract 4. Okay, so we've explained this several times. Okay, so this will be our recap. And then, assuming you had to, so it's not always you need to subtract 4. You might be, the message showed that x squared minus 4x plus 1 is equal to x squared x minus 2 all squared minus 3. So there, you need to manipulate, okay? Add plus 1 and add plus 1 here, okay? Today, we are doing more completing of the squares. So equivalent expressions for quadratic of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. The important step is what I've just said to you in the starter. Have the coefficient of x to complete the squares and then carefully correct the constant term. So it's not always you get it directly. So you might have to manipulate a bit, okay? So for instance, what I'm going to show you now, show that x plus 2, x plus 1 all squared plus 8 equals x plus 2x plus 9. Okay, so immediately I see this, I'm going to start completing the squares. So x plus 1 all squared. Okay, so I'm going to break that down, which will give me x plus 1 all squared equals x squared plus 2x plus 1. Now, if I look at this, okay, I have to add 8 to the left-hand side. Okay, so I'm going to also add 8 here. Okay, so if I add 8, I have x plus 1 all squared plus 8 equals x plus 2 plus 2x plus 1 plus 8. So now I have x plus 1 all squared plus 8 equals x squared plus 2x plus 9. You can't go wrong on these things, okay? Even, I'm sure, with a lot of repetition, okay, I can get some of the foundation students to do this, okay? That's why at times I do a lot of videos on one topic so that as I'm solving the questions, I can add more explanations. And then with that, and with a lot of repetitions, students just get it, okay? Again, another show that x squared plus 6x minus 8 equals x plus 3 all squared minus 17. So it's easier to start with x plus 3 all squared. So I'm going to expand. X plus 3 all squared equals x plus 3 plus x plus 3. So if I'm going to break it down, I have x plus 3 all squared equals x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. By now you should be able to feel comfortable expanding. We did a lot of expansion earlier. If you don't get it, go and watch those videos. Okay. So x plus 3 all squared equals x squared plus 6s plus 9. Now look at what we are showing. There is a minus 17, but here we have x plus 3. So to get the minus 17, I'm going to subtract minus 17 on both sides. So x plus 3 all squared minus 17 will give me x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 17. So I have x plus 3 all squared minus 17 equals x plus 6 minus 8, because plus 9 minus 17 will give us minus 8. So we show. So assuming you are doing an exam or you are deducing an equation or deducing something in mathematics, and you get to this point, then you realize that, oh, I can complete the squares using x squared plus 6x. Okay, and from there I can manipulate, get the minus 8 as the constant term, and then substitute this, which might likely cancel out, make my equation easier, and then you go on from there. Okay. If you are still struggling with expansions like x plus 5 all squared, this is equal to x plus 5, x plus 5. Okay, I would suggest that you give yourself like x plus 1 all squared, x plus 2 all squared, x plus 3 all squared. Do it over and over again. So now x times x will be x squared. X times 5 will be plus 5x. 5 times x, here it is plus another 5x, and then 5 times 5, both are positive, so 25. Okay, so x plus 5 all squared will become x squared plus 10x plus 25, which will be x plus 5 all squared. Okay, so after doing this, what you want to do to complete the squares, you need to get rid of this constant term, okay, the c part. So you have x plus 5 all squared will be equal to x squared plus 10x. To get rid of the 25, you subtract 25 from both sides. Okay, or if you move this 25 to this side, it becomes minus. So you've got it then. Okay, so and then if assuming they wanted you to solve it. Okay, and there's a plus 1 here. Then you add a plus 1 here to show. That would be your manipulation part. Thank you for joining me in today's video, and I'll see you in the next.